Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we've got a couple highlights from the Great One Red Deer grind. I've been grinding these red deers so much since the Great One was announced for them, and yeah, we have been absolutely hammering it and gotten really lucky. I think at this point we're probably around close to 500 kills in, and we've had so many diamonds and rares. It's been quite incredible. Let's go ahead and take out this little level 7 right here while we're just kind of introducing everything here. And then get that guy as well. But we have got a lot of level 9s and a lot of rares the last couple days. I've probably sunk in at least 16 hours between day 1 and 2 of the Great One Red Deer release. It's been pretty insane, and I've had some crazy luck. Got a lot luckier than I had with the whitetail deer. For some reason, I just never got a lot of diamonds when I was grinding the whitetail, so I'm glad to see it's been different here with the red deer. Well, there is one of those red deer we just took out. This is the second one. It's a small level 6, and then we should have a big level 7 somewhere. I don't exactly know where it ended up running off to, but we definitely got vitals, I'd say. There we go. It honestly did not run that far at all. So there's another nice red deer, 186, level 7. Always good to get these 7s, 8s, and 9s down. Anytime that I see a lot of 7s and 8s, I just get a good feeling that we're going to find something good, and that's been the case these last 2 days. Anytime I see a lot of 7s and 8s, I always get a level 9 to follow, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of the level 9s that I ended up getting yesterday, because we have quite a few of them to go through. We're only going to do 2 in this video, and then we're going to have another video very soon, probably later today, maybe tomorrow, that is going to cover some crazy events that happened during one of the live streams. We ended up breaking our all-time concurrent viewer count along with getting 3 crazy trophies in a short amount of time. So that video is going to be either later today or tomorrow, but for now, let's go ahead and take a look at 2 level 9s that I got right before that stream started. Alright, so we have got a level 9 red deer out here, and I have not been to this lake in a very long time. In fact, I think the last time that I was here was actually when I was just trying to figure out if any of my red deer zones had some big mythicals or some initial spawn diamonds after they did the population reset for the red deer with this update. And I never saw this guy, but I'm going to assume that he's probably been there the whole time. Now, this one is a level 9 with that rack, and I believe this rack almost always makes diamond, so it should be a diamond. I don't think there's any reason why it wouldn't be, so we just gotta make sure that we get a good shot on it. Now, it is quite a ways away, so we are gonna get a bit closer. I don't really trust the rifles at long range right now. They've felt a little odd after this patch, although I have been starting to, get them to feel a little bit like normal. I think a lot of it might have just been because I switched over to the Argus scope instead of the Hyperion, and I had been using the Hyperion quite a bit, and I guess just switching over to the Argus was probably what caused it to feel a bit different, so maybe I was just thinking it the whole time. But I did post a video yesterday. At the time of recording this, it's actually today, but by the time this video goes live, it will be yesterday. But I posted a video kind of talking about that as well, so we'll see what you guys say. But I'm starting to think maybe I was just seeing things. Maybe I wasn't actually getting weird inaccuracies, but I guess we'll find out. And I think we should be able to get this guy once he lifts his head up. This should be a pretty easy frontal shot. And yeah, we just nailed him with a heart shot, so that went about as good as it possibly could have. And honestly, this guy landed in the perfect spot. It could not have landed any better than this. That is absolutely perfect. Now, let's see if we can maybe get a screenshot here. I think we can probably just do one like this, because unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have any lighting when it's like this. So now that we've got ourselves some screenshots, let's go ahead and claim this thing. Let's hope this thing ends up being big. I am going to guess it'll just barely make it. And 256.70, that's a good one. That's a really good one. It's 5.70 points above diamond, and we got nothing but the heart. That's a beautiful red deer. So when it comes to this grind for the Great One Red Deer, I'm not going to count my previous diamonds from before this update towards this grind. So as of recording this right here, this is our 4th diamond. One of them ended up getting messed up because our dog pushed us. And then we've got 2 rares, which were 2 piebalds. And other than that, I think we've got around 400 red deer kills. So honestly, that's not bad. 4 diamonds and 2 rares in 400 kills. I'll take it. That is some pretty decent stats. Well, we once again have a level 9 red deer, and that thing actually looks really unique. Look how tight that rack is. That's actually not too common for this particular rack on the red deer. It's extremely close together. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but this is literally like half an hour after the last red deer. That is most likely going to be in the same video. I'm thinking about just putting this out as a quick little extra video for the day that just shows off the 2 diamonds, but I guess we'll see. As of now, it has been announced that the great one is a red deer, which is amazing because that is my favorite species in the entire game. And I've been waiting for them to get a great one, so it's super cool to see that. Let's wait till he's not alerted anymore and then try to get him to calm down. You know what? We're going to make this a little bit more interesting, and we are going to take this guy from the bridge. I think that could be kind of cool. It'll definitely make it for a different style kill than what we would typically do, and I think it could be pretty awesome. Let's just get lined up on him. That is a beautiful stag. I definitely like that that rack is tighter than normal. I'm hoping that doesn't make its score lower than it should because it looks really cool. And provided it doesn't troll us, we're definitely going to put it into the lodge. And honestly, that's about perfect right there, 150 meters roughly. This should be a pretty easy shot provided that hind doesn't get in the way. And in fact, I should probably make sure that that hind isn't in front of him. Okay, it's definitely not, so we should be okay. Let's get lined up and try to take this guy down. There we go. And that should be a good shot, and it definitely is. He is going down. Well, there it is, probably one of the most interesting versions of this rack I've ever seen. I swear, if this thing trolls, I'm gonna be really sad, because that looks really, really cool. I definitely prefer this look over what they typically look like, so let's hope this thing ends up making it. And it's a gold, no! 248.70, that's so sad. That's very rare that you get a troll red deer. And of course, it just had to be the coolest looking rack. Inner spread is definitely what did it. Man, if this was the big version of this rack that typically scores in the 260s, this probably would have still made it. But because it was the lower 250s scoring one, the fact that it was tighter than normal made it score a lot lower than what it typically would. Man, that sucks because that is a really cool looking red deer. We're going to save the harvest. I'll probably end up taxing it later just to get some screenshots for a thumbnail or something, but that's kind of a cool one. A lot tighter rack than what I'm used to seeing on these guys. So out of all of the red deer that I've killed, I've never had that particular level 9 rack troll, so getting that thing and having it troll was one of the most shocking things I think I've ever had here in Call of the Wild. When I first saw it, I knew that it looked very different compared to most of the level 9s. But I really never expected it to troll, and I was hoping it wouldn't because it was one of the cooler ones that I'd ever seen. If that had been the big rack instead of the smaller version of that rack, it probably would have made it. It would have definitely scored lower than normal, but it still probably would have made diamond. But unfortunately, it had to be the smaller version of that rack, and because of that, it ended up trolling, which was pretty sad. But all in all, this red deer grind has been incredible, but I still haven't got either of the things that I've been looking for. One being the Great One red deer, and 2 being a melanistic red deer. We've been after a melanistic one for over a year and a half now and still don't have one. 5,000 kills down and no melanistic red deer, so hopefully we'll end up finding that soon. I mean, we've killed melanistic hinds in the past, but no stags, and that's what I really want the most out of pretty much everything in Call of the Wild. We've just never got lucky enough to find one, and who knows when we will get lucky enough to find one, but that's a good level 8 right there. You know, I wasn't going to shoot anymore, but I cannot pass this thing up. We gotta go ahead and take a shot at it. And just like that, he should be down. And he is. There we have a beautiful mythical red deer. I really do like this style of rack. I just wish that the level 9 that looks like this could make diamond, but sadly it can't as far as I know. I really would like it if they'd make one like this that ends up making diamond, or maybe one of these that has the special vines and is a great one. That would be kind of cool to have a great one that has the vines and a rack similar to this, but obviously different than the current ones we have. That would be cool. I'm really eager to see what other rack shapes and stuff come with this great one red deer, because so far I've been very impressed with what I've seen. But that is a pretty good stag right there, 216.50, and a great way to end things off. If you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and ring that notification bell so you guys will never miss another video. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below on what you guys would like me to do in future videos, and also what you guys have been thinking of this update. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what you guys think of it as well. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!